obviously much better than having no bath whatsoever. But it's still not my favorite Japanese bath format. But Okazaki-san, Ayaka, has actually come with us this time. She brought the video of Ayaka's place for one of the capsules. You'll know she definitely has an eye for how to make the best use of the space. So let's go grab her. Let's go.
Oh, she's funny. Okay, now guys, I was watching look at some concept art of Moxie's father from Hello Boss, and I found out something pretty interesting. Now, I don't think these pubs could tell you in this, but I saw some concept art of Moxie's father, and Moxie's father looked real familiar to a character we have already seen in Hell of a Boss. Okay, Moxie's father looks. Okay, now he doesn't actually look like it, but he has the same kind of styling. Okay, Moxie's father has the same kind of styling as Stryker has. Now, I'm thinking Stryker could be related to Moxie. No, I'm not talking about Mel. What do you mean? Well, I saw some early process picture art of Moxie's father before I started recording, and he looks a little bit like Stryker. I'm not kidding. He looks just like Stryker. Hi, John. Yeah, he looks just like Stryker, guys. I'm not kidding. He looks just like Stryker, but not exactly like Stryker. But he looked good enough to be Stryker. But the thing is, though, what came out first, Stryker or his father? His father looks more westernly than everyone else does. Okay, that's trash. And yeah, guys, I can't believe it. Like less than a week before we get a new studio. In the week we're gonna get a new studio. This hat, that tape can go over there because I don't wear that hat as much. But yeah, guys, next week get a new studio. And if you guys are wondering, 3 weeks ago we did the Beast Burger. 3 weeks ago. My buddy Axel is my buddy Axel right now is having the hell. My buddy Axel is right now in hell, literally in hell. Yeah, I was talking to my buddy Axel earlier. He told me that he feels like he's in hell. I told him, I know how you feel. Your kids have COVID. Your wife just came back from the hospital. You're in hell. I got an idea. Move to hell. I said, what? I told him I live near hell. He said, no, you don't. Hell, Michigan's only 2 hours from here. Detroit? No. There's a town called Hell, Michigan. Okay, this is back to the subject we were talking about. So yeah, guys, Stryker looks like Moxie's father. My phone's dead, so I can't show you guys. But he looks a lot like Moxie's father. And I was talking to my colleague, and I said, like I said before I started, that technically was a special, John. See, episode 1 was actually a special. Episode 1, episode 8 was technically a special. It doesn't matter if it airs or not, but the channel is going to get a makeover still soon. Next week, guys, we will have some videos coming next week. I don't know when they're going to be coming out, but we'll still do videos at least once a day. I'll try to do a video at least one day, but I'm telling you guys, this is going to be the best time ever. This is going to be the best time ever. What's going to be happening is going to be so awesome. I cannot wait for episode 2 to come out, because we already know what happens in episode 2 already. To what we have heard, that episode 2 from our colleagues over at Cartoon Universe and from our other friends, I'm going to say called X. X told me personally that that Octavia is going to be using a cloak or some sort and going to LA. The reason she's going to LA is because of what happened in season 1, episode 2. The place where Stolas sung a song to her. She's going to try going there. But the thing is, though, Stolas was about 10 or 11 years old when you guys start using the Grimwire. Yeah, I saw Cherry Bomb's new design. Me, seriously though, I think Cherry Bomb's original design was all right. I mean, a friend of mine, I think we need someone to draw a picture of Angel Dust and Cherry Bomb actually married. Because I actually know that actually happened with someone I know. I know someone was gay, but they actually got married they actually married a woman because his father hated gays, so he married a woman. So he would get away from her, so he wouldn't have to worry about it. Then he found out he was bisexual. Still married her though, loved her. had 3 kids, and that's about it. Only person knew about his true love was his wife. That's it. I mean, yeah, one day I went to yeah. But a lot of people do that. Like me personally, I don't know who I'm going to marry eventually, but I'm eventually going to find someone I love and then marry them. And do what I need to do before I die. If I don't get a chance to do it before I die, doesn't matter. But still, it looked like Moxie's father looks like Stryker. A little like Stryker. So does that mean that Stryker be his half-brother? Or his cousin? That's what I'm wondering. How does that work out, actually? Does that mean that Stryker is actually related to Moxie or not? Because there's, because Moxie's parents are inbreeders, so yeah. Or not. A lot of imps and rats for inbreed, so yeah. Me, personally, it'd be pretty cool to actually get, I would like to help out Moxie and Millie real badly. Find a way to get them to come to Earth for 24 hours in a human form. Let them get a hotel for the night so they can actually have a night of passion and love of Blitz beating up their body every 5 minutes. Actually, if I could do that, I'd do it for them. Recently on the E series, recently on E, guys, on the E channel I like watching, Luna and Moxie were making love, and Moxie gave Luna something I'm not going to say what, but Luna got filled up with something. That's all I'm going to say. And Millie thinking Millie's going to do a Mommy Kababbit soon. If you don't know who that is, she's a person that actually is one of the worst women, is one of the craziest women in the world. Steve Harvey wore a cup interview. Steve Harvey was actually wearing a cup interviewing her. Because what she does, she is the man-eater. She is the definition of man-eater. That's all I'm going to say. She is definitely known as a man-eater. That's all I'm really going to say. But yeah, I cannot wait for Hazbin Hotel to come out. Never heard of that. But I do know one thing, though. Octavia's going to go... I think Octavia's going to have a problem. Because I was reading something online about owls. When the owls have the first time having an egg, they get scared. So I had this weird dream that I was helping Octavia with something. Okay, I was for security or something. Because Stolas has security guards. I was looking for security guards she trusts. She started going crazy. Then she found out what happened. Then she got scared because she actually released an egg in her room, and I was helping her with something. She was going crazy and told her to breathe. Next, she found out she was dropping an egg. She's scared. Told her, "Don't worry, it's not live." And told her it's not live. She heard me grab a book to make sure I would tell the truth, and she was going crazy. But trust me, Octavia would go crazy. Thing is, though, one thing I do know is that with Octavia dealing with their parents arguing and stuff, there's been tons of pictures. Okay, there's been tons of pictures of Octavia and Luna together on the E website, where Octavia says, "Can I stay here for the night?" Or pictures of them together, or pictures of Luna and Octavia painting each other's nails. That too, which technically I understand why Luna hangs out with Octavia for. Luna's the only person she can trust. She can trust. It's kind of like Charlie and Vaggie. Luna is a better security guard for Octavia than anyone else could be, because no one can touch Luna. Because you think Blitz for that. Blitz gives her so much training stuff that she'll do. It's kind of like she'll do anything for Luna. I can tell you that right now. She'll do anything for Luna. Most pictures I've seen her online or on Twitter, online or someone's Twitter account, someone sends me. So pictures of them painting nails or hanging out or having a day. Like I saw a video where they're at a club. Yeah, they did something to get in there, which was not easy to get in there. But I'm just saying right now, Luna's practically will do anything for Octavia to a point, because Luna's like a professional bodyguard, like Baggy is for Charlie. But tell you, nothing's going to happen to Octavia, because if anything does happen to Octavia, I found out something about. They're saying that if the heir of any, if thing I found about Octavia was, though, if anything happens to Octavia, Stolas will actually be in pain. How do I find that out? Someone told me. It's like, because someone in the book, it said someone from the Goetia, when the kids got hurt real bad, The parent actually got more pain. Actually started having more pains than ever. That's what someone told me, but I could not believe it. I was reading it. I thought, okay. It wasn't Stolas, but some other person had kids that they were in so much pain. I'll be back and I have to give me a. Oh wait, I got to get right here. Silly me. I got water drink right here. So yeah, but I love to see that. But just that happening's like slim to none. Oh, I know her. She like her. She is crazy, girl. You are crazy, girl. You are crazy, girl. If my phone wasn't dead, I would think, wow, but you were crazy. This girl's crazy. Mm.
You want to see down here?
Yes.
Okay, a couple.
面白いですね。こっちの方がよりこう守られてる感じ。本当にこっち全然涼しいですね。
Ooh, she's on.
全然違う。
Okay.
こっちにいて、こっちにいるみたいな。
That's what I said. Usually, when we look at these places, there's this big gap.
To show you the video, John, I guess what John sent me here.
The Walt Disney Company and cable are going to war. Here's what you need to know. So if you were one of the millions of people subscribed to Dish and Sling TV, you can say goodbye to any channels owned by Disney.
I have cable.
Out of nowhere, but what's really going on here? Why is everyone so mad? It all leads back to a discussion between Dish and Disney. There's a contract set between them that allows Disney Channel, ABC, ESPN, and all that other stuff to air on Dish networks. Long story.
ABC got bought by Disney, okay? I know that. And Disney bought Fox, so pretty much you lost two of your four networks. So both those revenues. I got cable, so I don't have to worry about that. I have cable.
Short, this contract has not been renewed because they couldn't come to an agreement for the price. Here's what Dish Group President Brian Nealon had to say.
We wanted to avoid this interruption to your service. We offered Disney a contract extension to keep working towards an agreement, but they refused this offer. Let me explain what Disney is asking for from Dish and ultimately you. They are demanding Dish and you pay nearly $1 billion more for the same channels that you are enjoying today.
On the other side of this is Disney, claiming that they're committed to reaching a fair resolution and that Dish should work.
That sounds a lot like what happened in the
Situation.
That to me sounds like HBO in the 1990s. Same thing happened. It sounds like HBO in the 80s. Code word Captain Midnight. Charles McDougal took care of the problem, becoming Captain Midnight. Sounds like the same thing.
Like this, it's easy to take sides. Maybe you're mad at Disney trying to increase the price. Maybe you think Dish should just agree to Disney's
YouTube.
rules. Well, here's the truth. Both sides are awful. Dish is ruthlessly greedy, trying to squeeze every last penny out of everyone. Disney is the same way. Both companies want you to get mad and go after the other. I like money. You're like pawns in a game where they're trying to get your help to win. Here's my advice. Don't play their game. Instead of taking sides, maybe
Buy an
switch to
antenna.
another cable provider or focus on streaming services instead. This
Or
isn't
buy
the
an
first
antenna,
time
like I
this
did.
happened, and it definitely isn't the last. It seems like babies competing against each other to see who can cry the hardest. If all of this teaches us anything, it's that cable is a mess.
Or save $20 and buy an antenna. That sucks that Disney hasn't agreed, but still, I'd buy an antenna. That's how I get rid of my problems. The problem is there's no Disney channels around here. There's Disney channels South Bend or Grand Rapids, so that's what sucks. Or if you're lucky, get W whatever over in Lansing. South Bend, there's ABC affiliate down here, WBNDU. ABC 757, Grand Rapids. I mean, there's WBNDU, ABC 57 out of Elkhart, Indiana. But that's sad, though, John. I'm sorry you lost it. But, oh well.
I'm standing in the exact center of the United States of America.
Yesterday we arrived in our 24th state of Nebraska.
So normally when we start a video, we have a plan and at least a general idea of how things are going to unfold. But today's different. While we're in Nebraska, our goal is to make a video about the smallest incorporated town in the United States of America. The town of Monowai is located in northern Nebraska, and it has one official resident. Her name is Elsie, and she's the town's mayor, bartender, and librarian. We chatted with her the other day and explained that we wanted to interview her for a YouTube video and possibly get a tour around the town. She didn't exactly agree to either one of those things, but she was nice enough to invite us to stop by the town and said if we came into the tavern that she runs, she'd be happy to talk to us.
Head south northeast of the street. So we are heading north to Monowai, and we genuinely have no idea what to expect. I figure at worst, we're driving 3 hours out of the way to eat lunch, and at best, we make friends with Elsie and hear some interesting stories about being the only resident in America's smallest town. We're about 30 minutes outside of Monowai, and we're surrounded by nothing but farmland on all sides. And I'm pretty sure we've seen as many Baldy.
I'm going up next week, John. I'm going up on the 10th, John. Won't be coming back till next month. I don't think. John, as long as you want to do stream, we still talk, John, StreamYard on the telephone like we usually do. Because, John, when I go up there, John, I'll be up there for a while. Oh, Disney? Yeah.
Eagles as we have cars. Also, every car that we have passed has waved at us, which I just think
Yeah.
is so cute. Show me the way. It's a casual wave. It's not like super excited.
I feel like it just shows how few people you have in the room.
No way!
I guess we'll just park right in front.
Got it.
If I'm being completely honest, I'm a little nervous to meet the mayor. I think this has a chance of being very uncomfortable, but sometimes a good story requires getting uncomfortable. People must have come from miles around for lunch. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're the only non-truck in the parking lot.
Such a beautiful day. This must be the tavern. Here we go. Secret life in here. Second drink. Oh, water, please.
Grab a Coke.
Where do you go?
We're from Tennessee.
So maybe later I guess we'll do some GTA maybe. Or something, but right now I'm just killing a little time, guys. Right now, guys, I'm just killing time right now. Go do another video later on this week, John, or something.
New Genesis collection. Epic new Bakugan fight at the battle.
Yay, Grossi's coming out.
We all know that Lightning McQueen's time spent in Radiator Springs taught him valuable lessons of humility and empathy.
and that he also made an impact on the town after his unexpected arrival. It has completely changed the fate of the sleepy little town and its residents, opening a whole new world to the isolated community tucked back in Carburetor County. All of this is linked to one major but possibly overlooked moment in the Cars franchise. The moment a souvenir and an open tailgate caused McQueen to fall from his trailer on his way to the Los Angeles Speedway for his tiebreaker race against the King and Chick Hicks. However, if the souvenir had not fallen and caused the trailer door to open, McQueen wouldn't have fallen out of his trailer, and Mac would have continued the long haul to LA, but this time with McQueen still in tow. Doc would remain the judge and doctor of Radiator Springs. Without McQueen's encouragement to get him back into the world of racing, the Hudson Hornets' legacy would end, and Doc's identity would die along with him upon his passing in 2008. In the wake of Doc's death, the remaining townsfolk would try their best to regroup. However, due to the lack of any customers, bankruptcy would soon affect the residents.
I heard about that.
Eventually, they would be forced to abandon the town and close their shops. Sally
Mhm.
Herrera, the town attorney, would remain with the town until Doc's death, after which she would move to a larger town in Ornament Valley. Feeling guilty about her failure to keep Radiator Springs on its tires, she would become a preservationist, using her skills as an attorney to protect historic buildings for the public and to prevent other towns from the same fate as Radiator Springs. Sarge would stay until Doc's death. They would leave to work as a recruitment officer in the military. Fillmore would move to a bohemian community and make his organic fuel in a portable brewery built inside a trailer that he can take with him on his travels to various hippie conventions and meetups with friends. He and Sarge would remain close friends, though they would live in different towns. Maiden would move in with his cousins Buford, Cletus, Judd, Lewis, and Tommy Joe, and run his towing and salvage business from their garage, continuing his kind-hearted venture of helping cars in need. Flo and Ramon would consolidate their savings to start a cafe in Los Angeles. Ramon would become a well-known street artist, painting beautiful murals throughout the city. Luigi and Guido would move back to Italy to live with Luigi's uncle, Topolino. They would work at Topolino's tire shop. Guido would begin fulfilling his lifelong dream of becoming a pit crew member by assisting amateur racers in local rallies, and would eventually make his way to the top as Francesco Bernoulli's pit. Red would work as a volunteer firefighter at Prop Wash Junction. Lizzie would remain in Radiator Springs even after the last car left, refusing to leave the town her husband worked so hard to build, but would eventually move to an old cars home in a nearby town after the townsfolk encouraged her to move due to her health, and she would live out the remainder of her life in that town. Sheriff would return to his home city, New York, to work as a traffic cop in Times Square, as his father, grandfather, aunt, two cousins, and younger brother had, and would live with his family. McQueen would arrive safely at Los Angeles Speedway. He would race without his new techniques, such as the drifting trick Doc had taught him, or the backwards driving he learned from Mater. However, given the amount of talent he had previous to making his new friends, McQueen would still be able to hold his own against his competitors. The King's major wreck caused by Chick Hicks would give Lightning the lead, and he wouldn't assist the King, as he hadn't had the opportunity to learn the valuable lessons of humility and putting others first that he'd learned in his time at Radiator Springs, and would finish first. After his win, McQueen would be offered a sponsorship at Dynaco, which he would accept, not yet realizing how valuable the friendships he has with Rusty, Dusty, and Mac are to him. Mac would stay with Rusty because of his loyalty to the Rusty's brothers. The fame and recognition McQueen would receive after joining
And
Dynaco
also, he couldn't leave because Rusty owns.
following that he had never experienced before. It would make him quick to accept the offer of an acting role in order to increase the amount of admiration and stardom he would receive. In 2009, he would star in a movie called Lightning Storm, directed by Michael Buick, as a flying torpedo-equipped hero who rescues a city from an army of lightning-shooting, spark-plugged robots. The movie would be an enormous success, and McQueen would even be granted the honor of rolling his tire print into the Hollywood Drive of Fame. and appearing as a guest on the Jay Leno Talk Show. His arrogant nature would encourage him to eventually leave Dynaco, with the belief that he no longer needed their support and sponsorship to keep him going. Living a life of luxury, McQueen would star in the sequel to Lightning Storm in 2011. However, it would not go down well with the fans, scoring 2 stars on Rusty Tomatoes. He would receive backlash from fans on social media for the failure of the movie. To make matters worse, controversial tweets he made mocking Rusty vehicles were resurfaced, damaging his reputation further. Soon, constant hate mail would make McQueen question himself and his talents. In February,
Kinetic sand. New swirl and surprise. Whoa. With 5 tools and so